All right, class, settle down. Class is in session. Everyone get to your seats. Hey there, YouTube. I'm Yukitsu. This is the Yukitsu Times. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to Rimworld. So, version 11 basically came out pretty much recently, fairly recently. And I just wanted to get a little bit of a look into it and see how things changed. I played a little bit of it, but I figured I'd sort of update some of the changes that there are to it. We've got ourselves all these people, lovely people here, who apparently are not wearing clothes again. Pants, lovely. Okay, so you were good at shooting, a bit passionate, not bad. You, shooting 5. Shooting 5 with tremendous passion. Okay, so you really like killing stuff. We'll give you the survival rifle, we'll give you the pistol, and we'll give you the knife. That's sort of how we usually do this. It turns out that everyone was beside the thing that was appropriate to them for once. Alright, so this particular map I'm thinking I'm probably going to set up in here, but there's a big change to this one, and it was one that I was saying I knew was going to come eventually, and it was one that I was not happy about coming. And that is that people can now tunnel through your walls. As far as I can tell, they'll only tunnel through natural stone, but they might actually tunnel through your walls as well. I'm not really 100% sure on that particular front, so it's not really something I'm happy about. We'll go ahead and we'll start ourselves up with our usual base, I feel. We'll go ahead and put a housing complex, I feel, in here. So we like these things to be about like this. So like this, and then just several across. So 7, 7. There, and that should be approximately right. And plug doors in here as normal. So we're just starting off with a very stereotypical build for the way I do things. I know that a lot of people like burrowing into the hillside like right away, but I think that just takes too long, so I don't really like doing it that way. Let's go ahead and make sure that everybody is willing to construct, who's okay at constructing. Plant cutting, if you're not great at construction, is always a really good idea there. Mining we can turn off to practically everybody. Brown here, I think, was the one that was good at all kinds of shooting. Yes, okay, we've only got one decent cook. Looks like things are going to be relatively okay unless our doctor gets injured, in which case we are boned. Alright, so let's get you guys going here. Let's, we've got you guys cut. One of them's already vomiting. That's kind of brutal. You know, it's not a good sign when one of your people's just, like, hurling things up before you've even started the game. Alright, so let's go ahead and get some beds going here. I think that's, like, cryosleep sickness is one of the status effects that can happen, so I think that, it's been a while since I had that. Alright. We might just get all our beds finished before... I'm going to prioritize working on the bed, actually. Prioritize working on the bed. That is not doing anything that I just told you. Ben must have been prioritized to it. Alright, so they've managed to finish that off quite quickly. I'm actually pretty happy about that. I don't always finish all of that in one single day there. So we're going to go ahead and start working on our farmed area. I'm probably going to put it back here. Let's go ahead and start working on that, actually. We'll go with zoning, growing zone, and we'll put this out up to here, I feel. Maybe a little bit smaller than that. Like that, approximately, that should be okay. And structures, let's go ahead and build our fridge area over here. Now, they've changed the way fires work and the way fires spread, so I actually kind of need to give myself a little bit of room here. I don't actually like some of the changes that they've been making to this game, because they all make the game harder. Like, that in and of itself is not that bad, but they don't give you the tools to necessarily deal with some of the things that I think that are coming in here appropriately. Or at least it's becoming more narrow, I feel, every time. And I commented on this earlier, is that as you're playing the game, less and less options as to how to play it are becoming viable. So I feel like that's sort of a problem. Alright, let's go with that. Go ahead and put that there, that's fine. This is going to be a lovely little kitchen area, I think. We can use the natural stone on the one side of the wall there. Okay, so the way that I feel like fire works now, because it spreads much faster, and like electrical shorts seem to be a lot more devastating. I think that the best way to deal with power is to not run it through your walls at all. So I'm going to actually be running this out along here, like this, and make sure that our cook station is close enough to that cable that it's capable of receiving electricity from that. The exception here is that we do need this touching at one point for our temperature control for this, so we're going to put the cooler over here, like that. And that should work just fine. Alright, we need to get a little bit more wood chopped here, so we're going to chop all this as well. And of course, all this stuff might as well get chopped. Okay. So it looks like we're doing potatoes because I didn't really switch over to strawberries. That should be fine regardless. We'll go ahead and we'll zone a stockpile in here. And we're going to make this a food stockpile. Of course, we're not going to allow anything rotten here. We're not going to allow most manufactured. We will allow medicine. But no items, no weapons, no apparel, no body... Actually, body parts is fine. And we'll change the corpses to non-humanoid and non-buried, and we will allow animal. So that's fine. And we're going to change our priority to critical. So it's sort of usual stuff there as far as that goes. Alright, so once that all gets finished and we've got a little bit of power, we'll go ahead and we'll add some batteries here. I think they short circuit if they're outside, so I still don't want them outside, but we'll see if this is close enough to that wall. And of course, because I'm a little bit more paranoid about this stuff being a complete dick to us, I'm going to go ahead and use metal tiling here. There we go. And when the cable bursts, that stops the fire from spreading very much, so it's just a minor thing. Alright, so let's go ahead and go into our production as well here. We want a butcher table, but wood is perfectly fine for that. We can put it on this side since we don't need it to get electricity. We'll put it like right there. That's sort of really quite fast. And we'll put a cook stove down as well. So we'll put the cook stove over here where it can connect to the battery. Looks like the battery isn't quite... it does actually have to be adjacent, so we'll go ahead and we'll throw the line straight to here. And that does put a point where like we could end up with an exploding wall syndrome thing going on, which obviously if that happens I'm going to be quite unhappy, but we need to increase the power, or sorry, the temperature over there to pretty much none. We want it to be able to freeze meat, so that is fine. And we'll start sending our one hunter out to go hunting, and the reason that we want to do that, of course, is because these things will eventually migrate off the map, so... Ludeon. That's actually not a bad name. Oops. There we go. And I could even put out an order for the deer as well, but let's not for now. Alright, so we need a meal source. We've got that down now. Let's go ahead and make sure that we're actually going to be using these. So butcher creature. And we'll want to do this forever. And of course we'll also want this. So add a bill, cook fine meal, do forever, because we rarely have enough resources to actually do that. And we'll go ahead and we'll go and harvest some of nature's bounty here, just so that we can actually make use of that for now, until those potatoes grow. Still got vomit all over our base. That's fantastic. Good job, team. Now let's go ahead and make sure that we've got furnishing for our place here. Wooden table is fine, I feel. Got a visitor. Don't have to worry too much about that. And let's get some... Oh, got some cargo pods. What have we got here? Some random scraps of squirrel meat. That is kind of gross. Space has provided its bounty, and its bounty is squirrel meat. Alright, so I don't... Yeah, I like that, I think. There we go. And we'll probably need a mining job to finish that off, so let's go ahead and do that real quick. So you can see that nothing too dramatic has changed here at the early bits of this game, although I have changed up the way I build my buildings a little bit, just because, again, there is sort of this new mechanic where fires seem to be a little bit harder to deal with than they used to be. I don't really know if that is the case, or if it's just that the fires that I've been getting are harder to deal with, but like my people have not been able to put them out very effectively, more so than it used to be the case. I'm not really sure what's causing that necessarily, but it does seem to definitely be something that's going on here. Let's see here. I can use concrete here or paved tile. I think that paved tile works well in these sort of kitchen areas. I like solid wood, but I mean, you can use this here. All right, still complaining at me that I need defenses, but you know, we only really need something like I think this ought to do. Mad animal. Alright, where is it? Trying to see if it's going to hit our colony first or if it's going to end up hitting that random passerby first. It looks like it's probably going to end up, whatever it is, getting to us first. So let's have a Brown over here on watch. Okay, so it is heading up to that door there for some reason. Probably try and get at Gazelle. Or has it given up? What is it doing? Alright, I don't know what's going on up there. It seems to have given up on some sort of life or whatever, I don't know. Alright. Well, whatever. Don't need to kill it if it's not going to try and kill us. No, I don't know. It looks like it took a nibble at Brown. Old gunshot. Interesting. Squirrel did not seem all that interested in fighting, which is good for me. Okay, so is this room going down to approximately the right temperatures? That's a little bit too cold, I think. I can probably increase it a little bit. I think that would be fine. Oh, Brown did get attacked by that squirrel again. Okay, so let's get Gazelle down there to help. Okay, weird. One of those things that I may always wonder about this game is just what exactly they're doing with all those, where they're getting all these bullets from. Ben, what are you doing? Cloud watching. Okay, I thought he was injured or something like that. You had me worried, Ben. It was very irresponsible of you to have me worried like that. Alright, let's go ahead and see if we can harvest a little bit more plantage here. Not really. And those potatoes are not really going to be done anytime soon either, so... Alright, so Brown actually is fine. So I guess that was just like what happens when you get nicked by a squirrel. It doesn't really cause anything severe. Wanderer has joined. Okay, well, we're going to give you just a quick... That was a lot faster than I thought was going to happen. Alright, so we're going to give him a quick spot to lie down there, but we'll work on a structure here for him to sleep in permanently. 8. We just want to make sure that he's not set to hunting. Otherwise, he'll go off and get himself killed by a whole whack load of muffalo. Oops. There we go. And a wooden door there. Okay, so Wanderer has joined. Let's jump to his location here. Boyle, let's see what you're good at. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't want you hunting, Boyle. It is good to have another doctor on board. You're pretty inept at a lot of things. We'll add plant cutting to something we're going to let you do. Research is extremely high, so we can turn off research for Brown. That saves us the trouble of that. So that's going to be an addition to our little merry band, our mariachi band. So now a 4-man one, which is, I believe, the proper number for a mariachi band. Of course, everyone's naked because we don't have enough clothes, but, you know, that'll get solved eventually. Alright, so I just need to see how long it's going to take us before we can harvest this potato stuff here. Going to be a little bit longer, it looks like. But it looks like things are going along pretty well otherwise. There we we go. Let's go do that. Got some berries now, which is really good. How many people do we have set to do mining here? Let's see here. Boyle would be terrible at that. That's unfortunate. He'd be okay at wardening, it looks like, but it looks like Gazelle's a little bit more enthusiastic about it, so we'll leave that as is. Okay, I think I need to go ahead and go into our joy menu here and just throw down a horseshoe pin just for the hell of it, so that people have got something to do in their off time. And we're going to go ahead and deconstruct this because we've got a proper bed for our new friend here, our new friendo. We might as well use that rather than the other thing. Alright, good. We've got some of these high-quality meals here coming in here. It's refrigerated. I don't actually have to worry too much about it being frozen, but we'll go ahead and add an extra layer of insulation to this place in a little bit, I feel. A steel wall, I think, around the outside adds a pretty good amount of insulation. I don't actually know that, though. I wonder if there actually is a way to check that. Interesting. Either way, going to just chug along a little bit, and there's not a whole lot new that's happened just yet other than the wonky way that I've set up my electronics line here, so that's going to be what we've got so far. Let's go ahead and get our miscellaneous stuff up and running here, though, because we do want this. We'll put our orbital trade beacon up here, I feel. I don't want too close to that power there because it does, I do need to get access to that power. Okay, so up here seems like a good spot. And once that gets built, we'll go ahead and we'll be able to create an instant zone there for trade. Okay, and let's go ahead and create stockpile, storage. We don't want rotten, we don't want our food there. Manufactured stuff other than medicines is fine. Our artillery shells can be stored there, fine. Our raw resources, that's okay to put them there. Items, weapons, apparel. Body parts, we want in the fridge. Chunks are okay to be off. We don't need corpses of any sort there. Okay, perfect. So we'll have that and we'll set it to important. And we'll go ahead and also build a dumping stockpile because I feel like we might as well have one. Let's put it back behind the kitchen. Alright. It's the rubbish bin, basically. So once we've got that set up, we also need to set a wall up around that. So let's go ahead. I cannot see this purple at all. That's an awful color. I think like that. I think like that. Oh, wow. That is atrocious. Something needs to be done about that. I cannot see where this goes at all. It might just be me being colorblind, but I don't think I'm colorblind. It's probably easier if I replace the ground here, but I don't really have time for that right now. Okay, that should be okay. We'll add a wooden door there. And having it all like that should be... Yeah, that looks wonky. That looks off, but whatever. We'll do our typical thing. We'll build an office space. We want to make this out of metal walls these days because I feel like the wood ones just burn down way too quickly in the current state of things. And like your room turns like 1,000,000 degrees Celsius so you can't fight the fire and then everything just goes to shit. Absolutely immediately. It's just awful. Do we not have a door set to be built there? Space already occupied. Let's go ahead and get an order to haul this out of there. In fact, let's get all of this hauled out of there because it's probably slowing down our people quite a bit. And hauling this out of the way too. Having that wood there sort of slows people down when they're trying to walk around. Alright, Brown, what are you up to? Relaxing socially. It's not very social if you're by yourself. That's what all the people tell me anyway. Alright. Oh, we got ourselves a solar eclipse. Fantastic. Alright, so we need to cut some stuff here. We might as well chop the wood that's going to be inside here. Those are some big trees up there, so should be pretty good actually. Alright, so we do need some defense though. Like, it's been quite a few days, so there's probably going to be a minor attack relatively soon. We might as well throw down something that can view this choke point here. Just something like that down there. And we'll go ahead and grab our power cables. We'll have to add some floors to this. I don't like the fact that this is closing this in close to my wooden walls here, but what can you do sometimes? Alright, we'll go ahead and bring it down this way, and we'll add a power switch over to here. Okay, so we'll cancel this spot here, and then add a power switch right on our little horseshoes thing, so whoever's trying to deal with the power switch can get bonked in the head with the horseshoe. It's gonna be great. Close those down. And Zafe, who is extremely slow, is just wandering away very, very slowly. Fantastic. Good for you. Alright. So we've gotten our stockpile down there, which is great. Now we just have to build ourselves our little bit of a office space. And that will be used for... We can attach it to this building as well, but I don't really feel like I need to. So let's go ahead and add a building over here. And this is just going to have all of our random stuff in it, like our production stuff, including our trade beacon, or not trade beacon, our trade radio thing. Alright, let's get that, and let's put out orders to haul all this stuff, instead of just leaving it there. Okay. We've lost all power, so it's going to be a while until our refrigerator's back down to its proper temperature, but that's fine. I wonder if Brown has anything else to hunt. Okay, that Muffalo's been dead for a very short period of time, so that's fine to take that out. Let's have Brown start hunting these things. Hunt all the things, Brown. Kill them all. Ooh, there's more up here, too. Deer revenge. Boyle, what the hell? Oh, Boyle. Get out of there. Okay, that was interesting. Alright. Whatever the hell that was, it was interesting. Anyway. Let's hope that the solar eclipse ends pretty soon, because it's really damper on my power ability to generate power here. I might as well go ahead and build something that I don't really like building necessarily and get a wind turbine here. I feel like I might as well. Because I don't need a huge glut of power, I just need a little bit more power. I've got too many orders set out though, I guess. All in all. But yeah, if the eclipses are going to last this long, Ben, you're really weird. Watching the eclipse. Just see Ben upside down like half the time, it's really weird. Alright, Boyle got poor treatment, but he's fine. Finally out of that goddamn eclipse. Alright, Ben, get back in the kitchen and get to cooking. We're almost out of food here. We've only got 9 meals or so. Alright. So it is summer, so that we are going to have to worry a little bit about heat. Well, we can grab these up as well. That'll help save us a bit. I like how there's sort of a finish them off sort of thing now, instead of them like looking at a wounded deer lying there and just blasting away at them for like 50 minutes. It's kind of, which was always kind of ridiculous to me. We're out of power again, so everything in this here is going to spoil pretty quickly if we don't get this refrigerated properly. There we are. We're back to a bit more refrigeration. If I can keep this relatively frozen, it's going to be fine, but in all honesty, do need to do something about that. Yeah, we need a little bit more metal than I'm getting here. It'd be lovely if I could get a drop of it or something. Alright, let's get that. See if I can get anyone else on mining here. Boyle, or Brown, I mean. A lot of bees here. I think she's just about done shooting everything, though, so... Yeah, there's just 2 little more deer left. I mean, I don't even really need them shot. Let's go ahead and cancel that order. There we go. Let's get working on the rest of our stuff that we need to get done here, because we do have stuff that we need to get done. Let's see here. Playing horseshoes. You really do like just shooting stuff, don't you, Brown? What are you at right now? Have you, like, leveled at that already or something? Shooting is up to 8. Holy crap. You really do like shooting things. You're a violent person, Brown. You're a loose cannon, Brown. You're off the case. Guabia iguana. Weird. Okay. Alright, so this installation is just about finished. Let's go ahead and put our production in there. We need our miscellaneous stuff in there as well. We need the comms console. And start working on some of the other stuff here. Actually, no, let's not get that yet. I always forget to do this, but I always forget to do that. Let's go ahead and put metal tile in here, just because really, like, paranoid about fires right now. And we're on a mountain map, unlike usual. I've been playing a lot of games on non-mountain ones because they're a little bit more challenging, but with all the changes they've made, I feel like this is probably appropriate. Oh good, a pirate raid from Knuckle Dusters. And we're being attacked by Emo, who's a chef, who is equipped with a steel shiv. He's contemplating. It's like, there's 4 people in there and a turret. I am a chef with a knife. Is this a good idea? Is this a good idea, Emo? Should I be doing this? And he's thinking to himself, yeah, this is a really bad idea, but he's trying to psych himself up. He's trying to think positive thoughts, Emo. Think positive thoughts. You can do this. Yeah, he's chasing after Boyle. That's really bad. Okay, Boyle, let's get you to just run over the hill here. They'll probably take a nick from Emo on the way back, but let's get Brown to come down here. I wonder why I wonder why Boyle decided to come out here. Alright, Boyle. Just run, Boyle. Stop getting shivved. Alright, just turn and fight, Boyle. This person's on the ropes. Okay, good. And we got ourselves a little bit more clothes, which is good. Okay, so let's go ahead and get our miscellaneous stuff here. We'll bury people back here, sort of near the garden. Got lots of room in this particular case, unlike usual. Alright, and he slapped some clothes on himself. I think that we've got some people who will also probably wear that shirt. It is in terrible condition, so it's better than nothing, though. Is this not done yet? Steel, we've still got none of it, so that's fantastic. We are really behind on steel. I'm surprised with that. Now, one of the things that I'm probably going to try and do later is, since people try to avoid guns, is create channels where I want people to try and burrow through my walls, and then fill them with steel traps, just the very cheap ones, so that as they walk into my base, they get sort of wasted. I think that that's sort of the strategy I'm going to be going for here. It looks like we're out of food. That's fantastic. Hopefully we can prioritize that. Cooking. Stop that to 3 right now. Fortunately, we have got the power. We can actually cook stuff right now. Although the window of opportunity for cooking is actually quite short with this particular colony, since we run out of power so quickly. Yeah, this battery's not filling up at all. Like, the daylight hours here seem to be ridiculously short for some reason for summer. Yeah, we're already at no power. I wonder what's going on. I might be scheduling something slightly off, but I don't get the feeling that that's the case. Let's see here. Yeah, they're waking up at approximately the right times, and they're working at approximately the right times. Strange. We are using power quite quickly, though, so that might have something to do with it. So there we go, we wake up. People go and they do their little social thing because they want to do that. I could do that at night, I guess, but reschedule that so people want to do that at night, I guess, but I don't really know that that's a smart idea. They're all sitting there socially chatting, which is good for their health or their needs. Let's see here. How are they doing? Yeah, these people are actually feeling pretty happy all in all. Their mood should be pretty high all in all. We'll go ahead and add in a better floor for our good friend Ben the chef here. So we got a lot of resources. We got time now. Although, now we're starting to pump out those meals. I would like to get that done, though. Although, I don't know. It is important to get all this stuff planted as well, so I can't complain too much about the way they're doing this. Let's go ahead and we'll stop putting in orders for a little while until we get some of the stuff done, because there's just too much stuff that needs to get done. And that's really hurting the fact that, like, we're not getting anything done because I've got too much stuff coming in. So they're getting little bits of everything done, but they aren't getting everything done yet. Could probably turn this off. It'll save us a little bit of power and let that battery accumulate a little bit better until we get our power better. Because I do want to start researching as well. It's just that that's another one of those things that takes a lot of time and labor to do. Because if we could get this geyser running for us, that would be really good. Of course, we probably also see it constantly blowing up our power conduits on us, but that's sort of besides the point. Okay, that's properly disconnected. That is not receiving power, which is fantastic. Alright. See, how did it happen up there? There's no power conduit there. That's very strange. Maybe that was a lightning strike. I don't know. No, I don't know where that could have possibly happened. Yeah, it's a little bit frisky on the alerting me about fires, but I guess it's better than the alternative of just not telling me that there's a fire. Let's jump to the location. What the hell? Get out of there, Boyle. Why are you always the one near this? Okay, Gazelle. Also not very good in a fight. Let's get these two guys up here. I don't have great cover around here. Okay, Ben, let's get you up to this corner. Let's get Brown up to this corner. We'll have Gazelle ready to ambush in melee. Boyle, you're useless, you sack of crap. How did you get in there? I thought I had a roof there. Alright, well, whatever. Alright, have we got Ben in position yet? No, not quite. Look at this jerk. Teleporting into the middle of a building that has a roof. Alright, let's just get over to here and hold open. Interesting. Okay, how do I don't remember how to open doors in this game. Okay, well, whatever. Let's just head over here. What the hell is he doing? Oh, you son of a bitch. That's it. Yeah, I guess the only thing we can do now is just roll in there like a bunch of badasses. Alright, so Ben got shivved a little bit, but you know what, that's fine. Let's go ahead and capture this guy. Oh, right, we don't have any of that. Do we have a door here finished? There is a door there finished. Okay, so you get to go live in our research lab. And let's take this steel shiv off of... Oh, that's a good steel shiv. Let's go take that off of repair. Take that off of hold open. I actually kind of want that done, like, now. So, Boyle, you're going to work on this. Oil cannot construct shit. Fantastic. Brown, can you... God damn it. Gazelle, can you do this? Just like walking over his corpse. Come on. Okay, let's go ahead and mark that for prisoner. Let's go capture Arison. There we go. And let's go to prisoner here. Friendly chat, he gets medicine. We're going to try and recruit him. That should be fine. And that's going to be another major time and labor sink. God. This game sometimes. Ben, how are you feeling? You got a little bit of a cut from your shiv, you're going to be fine. Okay. Got this spinning here, we need to get connected up to our power grid though. There we go. That's all we really need there. Good quality, good, good. Oops, actually one of those, couple of those were poor. Yeah, that should be fine. So, yeah, his health should be relatively okay. He's got a bad back, nothing you can do about that. But he'll live unless that turtle attacks him. If the turtle attacks him, he's screwed, basically. Gazelle can sort of chat him up, but he's not going to be going anywhere in the state he's in currently. Yeah, below 34% mood, so he's not going to be joining us anytime soon. Anyway, we can go ahead and get into structure here and get ready for when he does join the glorious colony of Ludeon. Headed by Luda. Ludicrous. Does he still do things? I don't know. Okay, and we still need a little bit of steel, but not as much anymore. Seems to be spinning fairly slowly. Well, no, it's speeding up a bit. We'll go ahead and cut the plants around here, though, which helps. There we go. Let's go ahead and get some of our production stuff over here. We'll put in a wooden research table. I don't think it needs to be steel. And we'll go ahead into our miscellaneous thing and get our comms console finally. Would be nice if we could get this new fellow, but not that essential really. It can take a little while, although again, freeing up the labor, I guess. Alright, is this down to something reasonable? This seems like it's going to be refrigerating the stuff for a little bit better, but you can see like the meat starting to just decompose magically, which is kind of a real nuisance. Yeah, I might need to further insulate this particular building, so we'll have to deal with that pretty darn soon. In the meantime, though, should be okay. I wonder if Arison's even actually worth recruiting. That's worth checking out here. Let's see here. You're incredible at research. Huh. A Glitterworld nerd energy researcher who decided to come in here in a drop pod to attack a colony from the inside of their orbital trade center. I think I understand the problem here, though. I'm a little bit... like, I don't have the proper support structure here for that to be fully roofed. So let's go ahead and add some pillars here. And that should work. Or rather, that should stop that bullshit from happening. One of the things I also need to get doing is, like, producing clothes, so that's fun. Alright. Power cables again. This building should be more resilient to fire, so I'm not going to be as worried about it lighting on fire. %3 chance to recruit. That's pretty low. Alright. That is connected, good. Just have to get the rest of the cable done. Which apparently is not going to be today. But anyway, that's our quick run-through so far of this game. We're just trying to speed our way up to the point where we can get to that new content, but it shouldn't take us too long. We're probably going to have a burst thing pretty soon, so I'm going to turn this back on. Actually, no, because we'll lose a whole bunch of power as soon as that gets connected, but I definitely don't want this to explode. When your battery gets full, that's when you end up with cable fires. Well, either way. Let's find out if we get one. Yeah, 3% chance. That's not great still. I thought it would have gone up a little bit, but apparently not. And let's see if our energy situation normalizes a little bit after we get that connected. Fortunately, there's no wind right now. 33 good meals. I do kind of want to get them all done, though, just so that we don't have this problem that we've got of a lot of our food spoiling. I don't think that influences the spoil rate of the fine meal once it's been cooked, so should be okay. But, yeah, anyway, I hope you found this episode enjoyable. We'll take another look at patch 11. We're not gonna do too in-depth with this, but we do just want to figure out what sort of changed, how things are different. But anyway, I hope you found this episode enjoyable, and of course, as always, I hope to see you all next time.